Guys, this is breaking news. It's crazy because it's like it's happening right now. This is huge breaking news. So literally, the Epstein scandal is taking down the UK government. Okay, it's a real thing. The Labour leader, Keir Starmer, is expected to step down. And there is this amazing article. I saw it posted a couple days ago. Only now I'm reading it. It is unbelievable because, guys, and I'm giving thanks to God, honestly, because it's like I feel like the things I saw at the time, it seems so crazy. Like, what? Right? You see the thing, you communicate it, but it's like, still feels like, I can't believe it. So, so the government is going down, but what's wonderful about this article that I'm going to share with you, I may read a lot of it, is that it talks about Palantir, right? And so Palantir is very connected to this in the UK especially. So let me just give you kind of like a short story of this because it is complicated but also very important. So there's this guy named Mandelson, Peter Mandelson. So he was a longtime politician in the Labour Party, which is the kind of like the Democrats of the UK, unfortunately, right? Not, I mean, the conservatives are very, very influenced. I mean, they're just, I don't know, honestly, they're very close to Russia over there. But this guy, Peter Mandelson, he was the ambassador to the US. And a couple months ago, he was kicked out, or he was like removed because of his relation. Like, it was coming out that his relationship with Epstein. Now, what's bizarre is that, like, this guy, it's not new. You could just look him up in Epstein, and it goes way back. So it is weird to me, given what the UK knows. And they have Christopher Steele there, who worked at, he not has a private company, but it's crazy that they had, in other words, there's zero chances, zero, okay, zero chances that Keir Starmer didn't know that Mandelson was in the Epstein list or whatever, connected to Epstein, because everybody knew, right? I mean, it's like he's one of those figures that was kind of like, people kind of knew about it. So the stuff starts coming out, and there's pictures of him in his underwear on there, on the files. Like, you could see his, like, tied, like tight underwear type thing. And the other thing is, like, he's gay, so I was just surprised because he was just so close to Epstein. And there's like a lot coming out that he gave Epstein the insider information about, like, the economy and the, like, it's like some sort of like pound rescue in the financial crisis. Has given to Epstein all these state secrets. This isn't an actual email. These emails were caught in this drop. So, and this is just for starters. And, like, he's been to Russia many times, according to these emails, like a lot. And it's just like, come on. Like, there's no excuse. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care what party you are. Okay. It's not, the guy is a freak. Like, come on. It's not okay. So this man just sold himself to Epstein and the Russians. And then, okay, and then something, it's interesting because I remember thinking I wanted to do a video about it because it seems so strange to me that a lot of people in the UK have been like I don't want to say blow the whistle, but just being like, what the hell? Because Palantir has giant contracts with the UK government. Like, and I'm gonna read to you, like, hundreds, like 870 a million pounds. That's almost like more than billion dollars worth of contract to this shady company that's basically Russia connected or whatever the hell. So it's just like, I thought it was weird. I was like, wait, it's a Democrat, like, quote unquote, right? Like a labor person. Don't they know that Palantir is shady? What the hell? And then it comes out that, like, the guy, the Mendelsohn guy, is all over the Epstein thing, goes to Russia constantly. And, like, come on. It's not okay. You have to stop this BS. That, everybody knew, and they let the guy in the government. And then, and I just feel like this whole Palantir contracts, there has to be something. It has to be because of blackmail. Like, but Honestly, guys, if I were in the government and I had to do this, I would like resign. I would come out like I was gonna say I'll kill myself, but maybe I wouldn't. I just wouldn't do the job. Like you can't. This is the most evil people in the world. I don't care what secrets you have. I don't. Nothing is worth this. Nothing justifies you allowing this sort of criminality to like give away, like you give away your citizen safety for this because somebody has like I don't. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever you did, who cares? Like, move on. Like, you're responsible for millions of people. That's your job. Like, you're responsible to for their good in a way or another, right? Just because you did all this shit, like, you shouldn't gamble with people's lives for this. Like, that's not, I just so this is the thing, as you know, guys, I'm very interested in the whole Peter Thiel thing because I've been after him for a long time. I'm serious, as a right. And so now that I see, I'm so grateful that this stuff is coming out. Something is happening, and all these countries, the UK, there's all kinds of countries are going after people now. That's how it is, and it's just like God, I have to stop this bullshit. Like if you have all these people all over you, like you do, go work in the supermarket. Like I don't care. Like the fact that you just you let yourself be used like that, harming your country, your party, everything. Like you were just trapped. Like it's disgusting to me. Okay. So that was the but it's just like guys, this story is unbelievable. But the good thing about it, like I said, is that there's no way. Now that guys, like I said, before I would be like, oh, I see Peter Thiel going down, but it's just seemed like, oh, okay, well, but it was so out of like it's we're yet to see it, kind of like distant or something, right? Even though I saw it, but now I'm seeing it happen in real. Like there's a chance that the UK government is just gonna like rip apart these contracts with Palantir. Come on, that's what you do. That's what you do. You put these people in jail. These guys with their private airplanes with their bullshit. You take them. You stop them. You put them in jail. That's what you do. Like hello, stop it. And I think guys, finally, it's happening. Because these people are taking down the world. They are destroying the world. And now you see who they are. And like, so, oh my God. So anyway, so there was just the rent. But now I'm going to go read the article because it is unbelievable. So let me pause and get to the informations. And I'm going to link the article below so you can read it, could share it. It's like, wow. It's mind-boggling, okay? All right. So guys, these are some of the headlines from the UK government. I'm going to read these to you and then I'm going to get to the article. So, Labour MP says Starmer's days as PM are numbered amid fury over Mandelson. So, Mandelson's the guy who's on the Epstein files, and Starmer is the PM. Now, there's two more headlines I'm going to show you because things are moving so fast. Some are saying that the government could collapse in hours, others say days, but it's a real crisis. Now, this one is from Sky News. PM, meaning Prime Minister, in precarious position after MPs, that's the people in their version of Congress, forced climb down over Mandelson files release. After Labour MPs refused to back the government is also Labour, right? The Prime Minister will be forced to share documents with Parliament amid a Metropolitan Police investigation into Lord Mandelson's conduct. So, like I said in the intro of my rant, there's exactly zero chance that Starmer didn't know about Mandelson, right? I mean, come on, right? And that's I'm so glad that this is happening because something has to happen. Something has to happen. Okay, so this is the first thing I saw that led me to start recording the video. And I recorded the video and then went to check. So it actually looks like it hasn't happened quite how this is seen, but things are moving fast. Like 4 hours ago, they were saying something. They already are saying other things now. It looks like, in fact, the government could collapse, the UK government. So because I had double checked because I had never heard of this news thing, but it doesn't make sense. I don't think it's exactly fake news, but it's okay. That's the direction that they're headed. It looks like, in fact, the prime minister could resign as a result of, as he should, right? Okay, so Keir Starmer is expected to step down as UK Prime Minister in the coming hours. Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy is set to take over as interim Prime Minister. So that's the moving situation, okay? But again, keep checking because it's so fast that I don't really know exactly, what stage it's going. As I had said in the intro, now that I give you the headlines, now that you understand what's happening, I have to read this article to you because even I didn't have the full information about everything. And the article is just wonderful. And then I'll ask the questions because we need to have the background of this. And it is explosive, but it's wonderful because something's happening finally. Okay? All right, so let's get started. Jeffrey Epstein co-owned venture fund with Palantir founder as it entered UK government. The Russian-connected convicted sex trafficker co-owned a fund with Peter Thiel, now embedded in Britain's most critical infrastructure, with the help of Peter Mandelson. And guys, you know what I'm remembering just now, and then I'm going to continue the article, is how interesting it is that J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel's puppet, is so anti-UK and has been working a lot against a lot of UK politicians and such. So now you understand, other than understanding that Peter Thiel works with and for Russia as well, that there is more to the story, right? So, oh my God, everything is collapsing. It's so exciting, guys. Let me go back to the article. The Metropolitan Police investigation into Peter Mandelson over the leaking of sensitive information to Jeffrey Epstein has established an unambiguous principle. Those who seek to compromise the UK's secrets to a foreign intelligence-linked sexual predator forfeit their access to power. Mandelson was sacked as U.S. ambassador, has resigned his membership of the Labour Party, and has been forced to quit the House of Lords over ongoing revelations about his relationship to Epstein. He now faces potential criminal charges for misconduct in public office. Yet the same convicted sex offender who received state secrets from Mandelson was simultaneously a co-owner of a Silicon Valley venture fund controlled by Peter Thiel, the billionaire founder of defense analytics giant Palantir Technologies, which now holds more than £670 million in UK government contracts. But guys, it's crazy because I'm remembering that I have been following this for quite a while, since it broke. And I was telling you guys that I've been reading. I spend so much time now just reading all the stuff at the same time almost. So I had seen this image and it's shocking, right? But to me, what was interesting is also that he's gay. So, I mean, not to say that he couldn't be with girls, right? The Epstein liked. But this image says it all. And this is a person who had all kinds of contacts in the British government. Now, if you look his name up, the amount of corruption that came out, that the dealings that he was doing, because why do we know that? Because this was in the Epstein files. There are hundreds, I guess, of emails of him, telling Jeffrey Epstein what he's done for this or that company, this or that person. And the people that he was helping, they were all the friends of Epstein and related to the Epstein thing. And so it's unbelievable. And I was looking for an image of, I don't know. Like I said, there's so much information. I remember, the details later. But I was reading, I don't know how I got into this. Maybe it's because here in the Brazilian press, there are some articles saying, look, these are the Brazilians that are mentioned in the Epstein scandals. And I don't think there's that many, to be honest. But there's one person who happens to be the husband of this man, Mandelson. And the way that he shows up in the files is that it's so gross, guys. He is emailing Epstein, asking Epstein to pay for his classes. He was taking osteopath, I think the name is. He was taking classes, and Epstein was going to pay for them. And he was like, "Oh, this is how much it costs. So this is the fee. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything." So this guy is a politician, and he was having his partner contact Epstein to pay. Like, the amount of corruption is unbelievable, unbelievable. And the fact that Epstein was of course connected to all kinds of Russian intelligence, and there's more and more stuff coming out about the depth of his connections to Russia and especially Russian intelligence. I do know that there's a lot of like chatter about Israel, but truly, guys, that's really a small fraction of the work he was doing. He would go to Russia so much. Why? Because that is where he would find the girls, right? He was procuring these women because that was his business, right? So, and there was one document I found today online where he was basically soliciting like a visa in 2011, and he gave they asked, what is the reason for your trip, right? And somebody translated it, and it said, I'm going to the FSB, that's the Russian intelligence head, not headquarters, like some building really connected to the FSB. I mean, what kind of person that's going to go to Russia and is going to request a visa is going to say that? You know, saying only a person who works for them. So this is how bad the situation is. So I need to give you this context because then you understand how bad it is. Understand how bad it is. Okay, so now back at the article. It is so explosive that I have to read it because it's incredible. More than 100 documents from the files released by the U.S. Department of Justice, seen by the Byline Times, reveal that Thiel personally solicited and maintained a business relationship with Epstein that stretched from 2014 through 2019, all the way up to Epstein's final arrest. During this period, Epstein was a co-owner of Thiel's firm, receiving confidential and time-sensitive investment opportunities from Valar Ventures, facilitating meetings between Thiel and Russian intelligence operatives, and building what former M16 Russia desk head Christopher Steele assessed as a fortune originating from Russian organized crime. The timeline reveals a concerning convergence. Mandelson leaked the UK's secrets to Epstein between 2009 and 2010. 4 years later, Thiel urged Epstein to meet the principals of his firm, Valar Ventures, with a view to confirming the sex offender's multi-million investment. The following year, Epstein invested $15 million in Valar Ventures and became a co-owning limited partner in the firm. Wow. As I read the article further, it really is a lot about Peter Thiel and Epstein and their business relationship. And I feel like that needs a different video because I'm really talking about the government, the UK government now. And I need to go to the part where I ask questions, right? Because that's the exciting part for me. I probably for you too. So let's just do it. So I mean, I'm flabbergasted. So I don't even know where to start. I think the place to start here is what is going to happen to Mandelson and by extension, Keir Starmer. Is the government really collapsing because of this? I mean, rightfully, right? So is there the protection, the asthma protection, beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out, create a circle, step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that it create the good sodas. Okay, so what is happening to Keir Starmer and Mandelson? So I see Mandelson as if he's melted. He's gone. It's over. Everything is over. And I see him with a gun to his head. He might try to unalive himself because it's a total disgrace. It should be, right? So, wow, I feel like wow, I don't know what to say that could be him or even Russian intel try to get rid of him because he knows a lot. But there's so much that's already come out. Okay, so this is it. He's melted away, meaning it's gone. It's over. And I see Keir Starmer, like I see this image of like a scythe, a huge knife that cuts his legs, cuts. He's not completely eliminated, but it shows me what I saw before, that he kind of knew that he had a relationship with Epstein, but he didn't think it was a huge deal because it's so he was had such a history in the Labor Party and all that. But then I see that it's Starmer's not a terrible pop person. He's at least a labor, but at the same time it's this era where men, I don't know what they have. They love to cover up for each other. It's like, oh, he's done this, he's abused this. Oh, okay, well, everybody makes mistakes. And you know how like they're willing to forgive the most egregious things to help other men, like keep them under the rug. Yet, whenever there's an initiative to hire women, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know if we have, it's like they put up so many barriers. For what? For this? For this trash? And I think that's what it is. Honestly, there's a conspiracy to try to like prevent accountability. That's what it is. It's like they have this thing where they love to like cover up. And I feel like men also, I'm sorry to have to reduce it to like not every man is like that, but it seems like the ones in power are, right? They're just like, I don't know, they just they care about, oh, what about his reputation? Like, come on. So that's how I see that Keir Starmer is gonna suffer. I don't think he's gonna be not nearly as bad. I think his career is probably over from the cutting of the leg. You can't go forward if you don't have legs, right? But come on, it's like there's no excuse. Okay? That's what it is. No, 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 no. And I see, but then wow, it shows me because the famously Brexit, right? There's all these Russians involved. So it shows me that at first the conservatives are happy celebrating. Oh yeah, look at them, ha ha. And then it pulls like when it shows me this weird image. If you've ever had a bathtub that with hair that got stuck, you try to pull and it's like, wow, I can't believe there's more and more. So it shows that they're gonna be gone too. The stuff is because they're so owned by Russia. So the whole thing has to be cleaned up. And I do think finally the intelligence services, wow, they're gonna do something because and then it shows me now, it tells me, Rosie, that's how our military is gonna move. It's like, isn't that interesting how for a while it just was like, are they not? It's like it's gonna happen in all kinds of countries. People hurry have to do something because this is why things don't, like, oh, like we have all this information. People knew of this, and oh, I'm sorry, like imagine. And I don't know, I'm not saying that, oh, there's legalities around information and all that, but come on. Anybody who read this shit, it's like, come on. Let's do it's not okay, but it's like everybody along the way decided, oh, I'm sorry, it's partisan. I don't want to upset them. I don't want this. It's like, so this is how we got to today because nobody had the courage to do anything. But now it shows that I see that, I don't know, something much better is going to come along because almost, and it tells me 75% of the UK politicians are corrupted by it. So it's going to be a new era because it's like, it's seriously rats left and right. Left and right. So it really is disgusting to me how they're all owned and nobody's like, oh, I'm sorry, my friend. They're like, oh, it's like, come on. This is how, think about it. They're like, this abuse, this disgusting corruption, it's all connected. It's like exactly the same thing. So I'm glad, it's like, it's really crazy. Okay, I am going to have to do a whole video also about just the relationship between Epstein and Peter Thiel. But before I do that, I need to ask about Palantir in the UK, given the article that I started reading for you, and I don't want to get into too much detail. You can read the article because it's so much information, guys, to be honest. But the bottom line, it shows that Palantir used this man Mandelson. He had a lobbying firm, and he used his contacts in the UK government to give Palantir all these contracts. And this guy is the Labour Party. He knows Peter Thiel has never been like, why would you trust? Oh no, because Jeffrey's his friend. That's why. Oh yeah, we've been to orgies together. Whatever. I don't know what the hell. I don't want to know. Oh, guys, I just got. He's gay. Mandelson is gay, and so is Peter Thiel. So if they're like, yep, Peter Thiel, like, wow, there's now there's a boy component to this, right? And so, and Peter Thiel knows everything about Mandelson's life. And it's like, this is the other thing I don't get. Peter Thiel is openly gay. Like, are you seriously gonna like blackmail another gay man? Because, and it's like, oh, just because you're conservative, like, and you say, yeah, yeah, because he knows how society is. But it's saying Mandelson did it willingly, but that's part of it. Okay, so wow, that's so disgusting. So anyway, so this shows very clearly how Palantir obtained his contracts through blatant blackmail corruption. So these are not, they have to be immediately nullified right now as we speak. So I wanted, oh, and it's saying, wow, I'm getting Russia. That's, oh my God, guys, Russia. I can't even speak. Wow, because Russia had all the information that they were already like collecting, and they had already bought these politicians over there. They ensured that going forward, because these contracts started in 2009, that going forward, Russians did, like, you have to accept the Palantir contracts. You cannot challenge the Palantir contracts. Make sure Palantir has all these contracts, and they did have. So the relationship between Palantir and Russia is serious because they help each other out. They tag team. So it's so gross, but thank you God for giving me this information, because you see how animated I am. I'm happy, I'm excited because it's coming out and shit is collapsing because it has to, because it's fucked up. All right, sorry, I'm like, rightful anger, I guess. So that's it for now, guys. Wow. So yeah, they're going now. Oh yeah. So I'm excited. So all right. So, and it tells me, Rosie, we're next. Like, shit's gonna hit the fan for sure here too. Thank God, thank God. And now we'll see Judy Vance. No, no, good luck with that. Good luck with that. So that's it for tonight. Crazy explosive informations. All right. Okay. So thank you for watching. Good night.